That was a really long time.
Look at that rock! Oh my god!
Hey guys, Jimmy here and welcome back to another video, and I'm in Cologne in a nice industrial looking warehouse. First time I've been outside of the UK since the start of 2020, so pretty happy, pretty special reason to be here too. You might notice, of course, a bit of a sort of half set behind us at the moment. That's because I'm at the Team Fordzilla Gamescom show, which is happening a bit later on tonight. I've snuck in early. Let's take our minds back to March 2020. This is when Ford started their new project, a collaborative design project, their first ever, might I add, with us, degenerate sim racers and gamers across the world, to help design their brand new, I guess, concept car, simulator car. I'm still not quite sure what to call this yet, but we'll decide that as we get into it. And the result is just to the right of me. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the Team Fordzilla P1. So I saw this car get driven in yesterday. No, actually, that's not right. I saw this car get remote control car'd in yesterday. It turns out that Ford will spend all their millions of pounds making the world's most expensive remote control car. I did ask if I could have a go, and they said very politely no, which is fair enough. Maybe next time if I'm good. Let's talk about the car a bit. What is it? Because that's a question that I asked when I first got introduced to this project sometime last year. I was meant to be out here ages ago filming of this thing, but obviously circumstances dictated that I couldn't. I think the easy answer is that this is the result of that ever blurring line between sim racing and reality. Usually we see, I should say, that race cars get scanned and put in simulators for plebs like me and you to enjoy at home and get a taste of what it's like to drive the real thing. This went the other way around. It started as a simulation, and now we have this real life model in front of us. So a completely different design process, a different philosophy, and quite a different result. So I'm joined right now by Boris, who is one of the mad scientists responsible for this Fordzilla P1, specifically the design. It's great to have the car here now, but tell me about the process it took to actually get the car into a physical creation.
Yes, it's true. It's great to have the car here. Great to have you, Jimmy, here. I guess I have to go back to 2018 when we retired from World Endurance Racing with our GTs at Le Mans. And that gave us opportunity to establish our esports team and launch it a couple of months later at Gamescom in 2018. And that has been really the start of this project.
So obviously there's got to be challenges. You know, you're putting votes out to people who aren't designers, but they know what they want. What's that been like, taking those design cues from people online, then trying to make it into something?
One of the interesting things what came out of the process has been that when we ask people, you know, do you want two-seater or one-seater? They said they want two-seater vehicle or two-seater race car. And when we asked them about seating position, they decided for Formula One seating position. So we've got somehow interesting concept of having Formula One seating position, but for two people, right? Which is quite unique in automotive world.
Tell you what I want to have a manual gearbox, H pattern. Can we get that in there?
No.
Now, as I sort of alluded to before, this is a collaborative effort between Ford and us, sim racers, gamers, whatever you want to call us. I wouldn't usually trust that information pool, but to be honest, it's done fairly well here. So all that voting and polling, that directly influenced how this car was designed. So first of all, these integrated wheels, you guys wanted these, Ford did it, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I can't tell you how much I'm a fan of these wheels just tucked in there behind the bodywork. It didn't stop there. Even decisions on the cockpit as to the seating position as well, the sort of Formula One style laying down seating position, and the fact that there are two seats, so you can take your mate out to a virtual Mackies after you're done sim racing. And even down to the powertrain. This would be, behind the driver here, a hybrid engine, because you guys don't like driving electric cars in simulators, and I've got to say, that's a good choice. I agree with you. We're in agreement. Very rare. Now, one of the things you guys didn't vote on is the paint job, which, by the way, changes at each public appearance, which sounds like a lot of work for the poor graphics guy behind the scenes. This one in the Dayglow green and yellow. One word comes to mind. Whoa. what I'd say there. I think the idea behind all these sort of phrases on there are, these are things you might utter during a sim race or when you're gaming online or whatever, but as someone who has been sim racing for 10 years and has been taken out at Monza T1 for 9 of those 10 years, I've never said woohoo when that happens. I think maybe a wee bit spicier, but maybe that's the reason why you guys weren't consulted about this one. But if you do have any suggestions what maybe could be on the side of this car instead, let me know in the comments below. So the keen-eyed sim racers amongst you would have noticed this bad boy just chilling in the cockpit. Looks like it's meant to be there. That is a Fanatec direct drive wheel, complete with pedal set down the bottom. And I would forgive you if you didn't notice it, because it is integrated so well, it looks like it's always meant to be there. Even to the point in the passenger footwell, the strut coming out to support the bolting pattern for the mounting of the Fanatec direct drive wheel. And of course, because it is a simulator, I've got to have a go. So this is the only car I've been in that I have to take my shoes off to get in. It's like going to someone's house. So this is going to be very, very elegant. So in, on the seat, down we go, into the laying down position, which, oh my legs are so short, Steve. My legs are so short, mate. And then we put the wheel on. And there you go. We're in.
Mate, are your feet actually going to reach?
This is quite concerning. I need like a phone book or something. Jose, help, please, please. It turns out I'm a bit short. I'm a little bit too tiny. I can't quite reach the... Can you?
have to eat more spinach.
Can you just help, please?
Don't worry for nothing.
Huh?
Short kit.
Oh, you know what, mate? This is the last time that I bring you anywhere. So whilst Jose's AFK, gone to find me a phone book or something to sit on so my short gamer legs have a chance of reaching the pedals. Very depressing. Here we are in the car, and it very much feels like you're sitting inside a prototype. And I say that, of course, as a real-life racing driver in my Praga. That's that for now. The car is being switched into simulator mode. I'm going to jump out, get it ready for rehearsal, and you'll join us later when we get to drive it. So a day of rehearsals done, which means it's finally time to drive after hours. So let's do it. Get my old man body into this thing and be speedy. You know, every time I get in this car, I'm reminded just how short I am. That was a really long time. Good noises. So finally, oh, we're steering wheel's the wrong way. We're in the P1 on our way out of the pit lane. We're at Spa, and I'm going to give you an impression of what this thing is like to drive in sim. It's been a little while setting this thing up, getting it to how I like things to be, and of course having the pedals as close as they need to be. Let's be very careful though on exit, because we've got a lot of power underneath our right foot. Not quite sure how much, but it's enough to accelerate pretty damn quick. Tyres are cold, probably should be quite careful, but you know how it is. Sim racer, send up the first lap. Through Rouge, flat, easy. Ton of downforce through there. Let's talk about the noise very quickly. It might sound quite unique to you because it's meant to be a mix of a ICE engine and of course hybrid, given you guys voted for a hybrid engine, and yeah, that's a good line through there, guys. Copy that if you want to go fast. Down towards Rivage, downhill braking down here, so we'll see what the brakes are like. Yeah, nice, okay, using that downforce to slow down as well. And of course this all seems very familiar because we're just using a Fanatec direct drive wheel. We have the pedals down the bottom as well. So it all feels like almost like you're driving your simulator at home, with the difference being, of course, I'm in this massive cockpit. I mean, literally, I could have my mate sit next to me and tell me how bad of a driver I was. It's basically just like my live stream. It's also, of course, we're sitting down in the cockpit. I say sitting down, laying down in the cockpit. That Formula 1 style driving position. Actually pretty comfy. It's been a long day. I could use a nap. I might take one after this, but if I stop, there you go, nice. And I say neat and tidy, it's not, but if I say it is, you'll pretend it is. Hybrid and ICE power as we come on to start our attempted flying lap here at Spa. Let's try braking here. It's okay. It's all right. And now we get to plummet down the hill. And the way this thing picks up, man, it makes me wonder. The speed reminds me a little bit of, you know, a certain endurance racing class, you know? Just a little bit. Makes you wonder if this would maybe be a better set in a certain endurance racing series, seeing as every other manufacturer's got a hypercar. Who knows? And you can hear, by the way, the sound is coming over the speakers here at the event. I actually have to drive this thing during the event and not make an arse out of myself, which is very difficult. Feels like it's got an absolute tunnel more of aero. Gives you a lot of confidence to throw it into the corners, just try and find that limit of the grip. And now we go up towards bottom one again. We'll just rev it out. Thing sounds great when you're really revving it. 300 Ks, hold 6th gear through here. Then 7th on exit. Oh, what a noise. Awesome noise. And then bam, 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 bam. Down through the gears. Miss the bus stop because we're a champion. And that there is a key to going fast at Spa. The bus stop is optional. All right, that's the Sigma male strat through there. I can't really put into words what it's like driving a simulator while sort of being in a car. A very unique experience, and I really hope more people get to have a go. Here comes the best bit now, where an old man tries to get out of a very low car. Oh God! Ah, I'm fine. The normal noises for a 30-year-old. Oh Jesus! Ta-da! So that was the Fordzilla P1. I think a truly fascinating experiment of what happens when you try and blur those lines between reality and simulation. Just a shame that the driver wasn't very good, but well, we can get another one of those. That about wraps up our video with the P1. I've now got to get ready for the big show, which is happening tonight. I need like 14 coffees before then, I think, because I've been up since the crack of dawn. But I hope you guys very much enjoyed that video. A big thank you to Fordzilla for inviting me out here to check out the P1. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to tap that like button, subscribe, do all the good stuff. I'm gonna get that coffee. Take care, have an awesome day. See you next time.